So I'm in Aberystwyth at the moment, which is one of my favourite places on earth, and I thought I'd take a few moments to tell you why. When I was leaving school, I was really scared about where I'd go. I felt like I had all these really good grades and I had this kind of intellectual capital that I had to use to the best of my ability, and it felt like a huge business decision, one that I wasn't quite ready for. And then I found this place and everything changed. So Aberystwyth is 1.5 miles across. It has 2 clubs and 53 pubs. Can we just take a minute to absorb that fact? It's on the coast of Wales and it is one of the most beautiful and progressive places I've ever been. While a lot of my friends went off to huge city universities like Liverpool and Sheffield, I trundled to the coast of Wales to live in what other people would perceive as a small village. If you think Aberystwyth is small, you'd be right. If you think it's boring, you'd be wrong. Right behind me is a huge art centre where they have theatre shows and poetry readings and music concerts and lots of other amazing things. We have a national library where, in theory, you have access to any book that has ever been published. I studied English. Was I surrounded by people who got identical A-level grades to me? No. Did that prohibit my learning in any way? No. I think there's this really interesting assumption that you are inherently made more intelligent by surrounding yourselves with people who learnt and scored and theorised and had very similar life experiences to you. And I just don't think that's the case. Here I met the most diverse amount of people. Some people that could have got into Oxford and Cambridge and some people who never really wanted to. I hung out with people who were studying international politics, people who were studying horses, people who were studying modern art, science, drama, and even a girl who was doing a dissertation on soil. I found that a lot of the lecturers had previously lectured at Warwick and Oxford and Cambridge and had come here to live somewhere else, to live somewhere pleasant, somewhere kind, somewhere nice. So I got this amazing breadth of intellectual teaching that was available to me at other universities, but not with unlimited access to the sea and lots of awesome people, so no. I went and did my master's at Warwick University, which is a Russell group. It's just below Oxford and Cambridge in the league tables, and I genuinely saw no difference in the teaching, I can tell you that now. And the student care and attention and kindness and professionalism was a lot better here. I lived in a big orange house with all of my friends. We spent our evenings crab fishing, drinking beer on the beach, having bonfires, sleeping in caves. Aberystwyth kind of felt like a snow globe because there's so many international students here and so many people from so many different kind of class backgrounds as well, that it just felt like this really cool pocket where I could learn about the whole world while staying in one place. I came back here 4 years later to do a lecture on publishing. I walked into the local pub and I still knew loads of the people there. I met new people with the same enthusiasm and warmth and intellect that I think Aberystwyth will always attract. And I just wanted to encourage you really that if you're thinking at the moment about picking a university, don't always think about it as this way to capitalise on your intellect. It's a really big opportunity to learn as much as possible about yourself, to live somewhere that's nowhere like you've ever lived before. Yes, the jobs are in the cities. You have your whole life to live in the cities. I would encourage you to think about different ways of living and different ways you can gather as much experience about life as possible while you're at university. And one of the ways to do that is to not live in a city. While I was here, I took part in theatre shows, I joined debate societies, I read Foucault with ex-Cambridge lecturers, and then I spent my evenings swimming in the sea. University is expensive. It's a huge time investment. Make sure you're getting the most out of it for your personality. Because employability isn't now really about getting a first or a 2-1. It's about being a well-rounded, intelligent, broad-thinking person. Being able to work alongside people who are different to you. And in every business, knowing that there is a different way to do something. There are people who say, what is there to do in Aberystwyth? I can't have any fun in Aberystwyth. There's nothing there. And those are the people that you really don't want to be hanging out with.
Stop laughing at me.
Amy, how drunk are you?
Quite drunk. Quite drunk.
And how did you get that way?
Gin.